The Rigveda, hymn 1.172, Marutas. Wonderful let your coming be, wondrous with help, ye bounteous ones, Marutas, who gleam as serpents gleam. Far be from us, O Marutas, ye free givers, your impetuous shaft. Far from us be the stone ye hurl. O bounteous givers, touch ye not, O Marutas. Tunaskanda's folk, lift ye us up, that we may live. And certainly the elemental aspects of life have to be in agreement enough for us to keep going on living these bodies. Hymn 173, 13 verses. The praise song let him sing forth, bursting bird-like, sing we that hymn, which like heaven's light expandeth, that the milk-giving cows may, unimpeded, call to the sacred grass, the gods' assembly. Let the bulls sing with bulls, whose toil is worship, with a loud roar like some wild beast that hungers. Praised God, the glad priest brings his heart's devotion, the holy youth presents twofold oblation. May the priest come, circling the measured stations, and with him bring the earth's autumnal fruitage. Let the horse neigh, let near, let the steer bellow, let the voice go between both worlds as herald. To him we offer welcomest oblations. The pious bring their strength in aspiring praises. May Indra, wondrous in his might, accept them, car-borne and swift, to move like the Nasakyas. Praise thou that Indra, who is truly mighty, the car-borne warrior, Mangavan the hero, stronger in war than those who fight against him, borne by strong steeds, who kills, enclosing darkness, him who surpasses heroes in his greatness. The earth and heavens suffice not for his girdles. Indra endues the earth to be his garment, and godlike wears the heaven as 'twere a frontlet. The hero, guardian of the brave in battles, who roamest in the van, to draw thee hither, Indra, the host agree besides the Soma, and joy for his great action. In the chieftain, libations in the sea to thee are pleasant, when thy divine floods come to cheer these people. To thee the cow is, sum of all things, grateful, when with the wish thou seekest men and princes. So may we in this one be befriended, well aided as it were, through praise of chieftains, that Indra still may linger at our worship, as one led swift work to hear our praises, like men in rivalry, extolling princes. Our friend be Indra, wielder of the thunder, like true friends of some city's lord, within them held in good rule, with sacrifice they help him. For every sacrifice makes Indra stronger, yea, when he goes around angry in spirit, as pleasure at the ford invites the thirsty, as the long way brings him who gains his object. Let us not here contend with gods, O Indra, for here, O mighty one, is thine own portion, a great, whose friends the bounteous Marutas honor, as with a stream his song pours oblations. Addressed to thee is this our praise, O Indra, lord of bay steeds, find us hereby advancement. So mayst thou lead us on, O God, to comfort, and we find strengthening food in full abundance. Now, we shouldn't evoke and invoke the sort of thing that we don't want to linger around, that we, want it to, that we'll want to vanish after our rituals, right? But let us hear the voice of nature. Let us hear the angelic hosts. Now let us, of course, heed those calls that come through that. Hymn 174, Indra. 10 verses. Thou art the king of all the gods, O Indra. Protect the men, O Asura, preserve us. Thou, Lord of heroes, Mangavan, our savior, art faithful, ever very rich, the victory giver. Indra, thou humblest tribes that spake with insult by breaking down 7 autumn forts, their refuge. Thou stirrest, blameless, billowy floods, and gave his foe a prey to youthful Kurukutsa, with whom thou drivest troops, whose lords are heroes, and bringest daylight now, much worshipped Indra. With them, guard lion-like, wasting active Agni, to dwell in our tilled fields and in our homestead. They, through the greatness of thy spear, O Indra, shall to thy praise rest in this earthly station. To loose the floods, to seek for kine the battle. His bays he mounted boldly seized the booty. Indra Berriedale, him in whom thou joyest. The dark red horses of the wind are docile. Let the sun roll his chariot wheel near us, and let the thunderer go to meet the foeman. Thou, Indra, Lord of bays, made strong by impulse, hast slain the vexers of thy friends, who give not. They who beheld the friend beside the living were cast aside by thee, as they rode onward. Indra, the bard, sang forth in inspiration. Thou madest earth a covering for the Dasa. Mangavan made the 3 that gleam with moisture, and to his home brought Kuyavach to slay him. These thine old deeds new bards have sung, O Indra. Thou conquerest, boundest many tribes forever. Like castles, thou hast crushed the godless races, and bound the godless scorner's deadly weapon. A stormer thou hast made, the stormy waters flow down, O Indra, like the running rivers that o'er the flood. Thou broughtest them, O Indra. Thou keptest Travasa and Yadu safe. Indra, mayest thou be ours in all occasions, protector of the men, most gentle-hearted, giving us victory over all our rivals. May we find strengthening food in full abundance. And certainly that should be our purpose of consuming, is that we're more enabled to accomplish. In 175, Indra, 6 verses. Glad thee thy glory hath been quaffed, Lord of bay steeds, as 'twere the bowl's enlivening mead. For thee the strong there is strong drink, mighty, omnipotent to wind. Let our strong drink, most excellent, exhilarating, come to thee, victorious Indra, bringing gain, immortal, conquering in fight. Thou hero, winner of the spoil, urgest to speed the car of man, burn like a vessel with the flame. The lawless Dasu, conqueror, empowered by thine own might, O sage, thou stolest Surya's chariot wheel. Thou bearest Kutsa with the steeds of wind to Shushna at his death. Most mighty is thy rapturous joy, most splendid is thine active power, wherewith foe slain, sending bliss thou art, supreme in gaining steeds. As thou, O Indra, to the ancient singers wast ever joy, as water to the thirsty, so unto thee I sing this invocation, may we find strengthening food in full abundance. Hymn 176, Indra. Cheer thee with draughts to win us bliss, Soma pierce Indra in thy strength. Thou stormest trembling in thy rage, and findest not a foeman nigh. Make our songs penetrate to him who is the only one of men, for whom the sacred food is spread, as the steer plows the barley in, within whose hands are deposited all the 5 peoples' treasures rest. Mark thou the man who injures us, and kill him like the heavenly bolt. Slay everyone who pours no gift, who, hard to reach, delights thee not. Bestow on us what wealth he hath. This even the worshipper awaits. Thou helpest him, the doubly strong, whose hymns were sung unceasingly. When Indra fought, O Soma, thou helpest the mighty in the fray. As thou, O Indra, the ancient singers, wast ever joy. Like water to the thirsty, so unto thee I sing this invocation. May we find strengthening food in full abundance. And the 5 peoples, of course, is the Iranians, Persians on one side, and what we call the Hindus on the other 4. And in a way, you could say that the other side is lawless, but in a way, you could say they had their own law, but they're lawless in how it counts. Certainly, immorality did exist. It's like, oh well, people, ends justify the means or whatever. But an important thing, see, this only one stuff, you're supposed to not be conflicted in your worship. It's like, oh, I'm going to worship this entity here and this entity here, and they don't necessarily get along, and that's why monotheism, or at least monotheistic religion, has the power it does. Hymn 177, Indra. 5 verses. The bull of men cherishes all people, king of the races, Indra, call of many, fame-loving, praised, hither to me, with succor turn, having yoked both vigorous bay horses. Thy mighty stallions yoked by prayer, O Indra, thy coursers to thy mighty chariot harnessed, ascend thou these, and borne by them come hither with soma juice outpoured. Indra, we call thee, ascend thy mighty car, the mighty soma is poured for thee, and sweets are sprinkled round us. Come down to usward, bull of human races, come having harnessed them with strong bay horses. Here is God-reaching sacrifice, here the victim, here Indra are the prayers. Here is the soma, strewn is the sacred grass, come hither. Sakra, seat thee and drink, unyoke thy 2 bay coursers. Come to us, Indra, come thou, highly lauded, to the devotions of the singer Mana. Singing, may we find early through thy succor, may we find strengthening food in full abundance. Hymn 178, Indra. Also 5 verses, but before we see the yoked, so we form this bond with the deity through our worship. If Indra, thou hast given that gracious hearing, wherewith thou helpest those who sang thy praises, blast not the wish that would exalt us. May I gain all from thee, and pay all men's devotions. Let not the sovereign Indra disappoint us in what shall bring both sisters to our dwelling. To him have run the quickly flowing waters. May Indra come to us with life and friendship, victorious with the man, hero in battles. Indra, who hears the singer's supplication, will bring his car nigh to the man who offers, if he himself upholds the songs that praise him. Yea, Indra with the men, through love of glory, consumes the sacred food which friends have offered. The ever-strengthening song of him who worships is sung in fight amid the clash of voices. Aided by thee, O Magavan, O Indra, may we subdue our foes who count them mighty. Be our protector, strengthen and increase us. May we find strengthening food in full abundance. And nowadays, it's, in the Islamic system, it's, you don't marry 2 sisters at the same time. You should be married to 2 sisters at the same time, or a mother and a daughter, and, that sort of stuff. Hymn 179, Rata, 6 verses, and we have something missing in the second verse between eternal statutes, and they have decided through many autumns have I toiled and labored at night and morn, through age-inducing dawnings. Old age impairs the beauty of our bodies. Let husbands still come near unto their spouses, for even the men aforetime, law fulfillers, who, with the gods declared eternal statutes, they have decided but have not accomplished, so now let wives come near unto their husbands. Non in utilis est labor qui dia vivent nos omnes, amulas et amolas bin camus superemus in hac centum artium pugna in quaduas partes convenientes utrinca commovemus cupido me cepit ilias tari vere quae me despicit utrum hinc utrum ilinc ab elequa parte nata sit lopamudra taurum maritum suum adse detrahit incipiens illa sapientum an halentum absorbit. This soma I address that is most near us, that which hath been imbibed within the spirit, to pardon any sins we have committed. Verily, mortal man is full of longings. Agastya thus, toiling with strong endeavor, wishing for children, progeny, and power. Cherished a sage of mighty strength, both classes, and with the gods obtained this prayer's fulfillment. And tenor statutes they have decided, but have not. Okay, maybe that's not missing words, but we do have vira and maritum suum are in brackets, so those aren't words being translated, but it's there to make clear what the thing is. So the desire, something being absorbed. My Latin's not good enough. But obviously something sexual, right? In 180, Athens, 10 verses. Lightly your coursers travel through the regions when round the sea of air your car is flying, your golden fellies scatter drops of moisture. Drinking the sweetness, ye attend the mornings. Ye as ye travel, overtake the courser, who flies apart, the friend of man, most holy. The prayer is that the sister may convey you, all praised meat drinkers, to support and strengthen. Ye have deposited, matured within her. In the raw cow, the first milk of the milch cow, which the bright offerer, shining like a serpent mid trees, presents to you, from whose form is perfect. Ye made the fierce heat to be full of sweetness for Atra at his wish. Like streaming water, fire offering thence is yours. O Athens, heroes, your car wheels speed to us, like springs of honey. Like Tugra's ancient son may I, ye mighty, bring you to give your gifts with milk oblations. Your greatness compasseth earth, heaven, and waters. Decayed for you is sorrow's net. Ye holy, when bounteous ones, ye drive your yoke team downward. Ye send by your own nature's understanding. Swift as the wind, let the prince please and feast you. He, like a pious man, gains strength for increase. For verily we, truthful singers, praise you, the niggard trafficker, is here excluded. Now, even now, do ye blameless Asphins, ye mighty, guard the man whose God is near him, you of a truth, day after day, O Asphins, that he might win the various he might win the very plenteous torrent. Gastia, famous among mortal heroes, roused with 1,000 mods like sounds of music, when with the glory of your car ye travel, when we go speeding like the priests of mortals, and give good horses to sacrificers, may we, Asatyas, gain our share of riches. With songs of praise we call today, O Asphins, that your new chariot, for our own well-being, that circles heaven with never injured fellies, may we find strengthening food in full abundance. And it's important to consider the aspects of the environment when one is doing one's worship. Hymn 181, 9 verses. What dearest pair is this in strength and riches that ye as priests are bringing from the waters? This sacrifice is your glorification. Ye who protect mankind and give them treasures, may your pure steeds, rain drinkers, bring you hither. Swift as the tempest, your celestial coursers, rapid as thought, with fair backs, full of vigor, resplendent in their native light. O Asphins, your car is like a torrent rushing downward. May it come nigh, broad-seated for our welfare. Car wholly strong, that ever would be foremost. Thought swift, which ye for whom we long have mounted. Here sprung to life, they both have sung together, with bodies free from stain, with stains that mark them. One of you, prince of sacrifice, the victor, the other counts as heaven's auspicious offspring. May your car seat, down gliding, golden colored, according to your wish, approach our dwellings. Men shall feed full the bay steeds of the other, and Asphins, they, with roars, shall stir the regions. Forth comes your strong bull like a cloud of autumn, sending abundant food of liquid sweetness. Let them feed with the other's ways and vigor. The upper streams have come and do us service. Your constant song hath been sent forth, disposers, that flows threefold in mighty strength. O Asphins, thus lauded, give the suppliant protection. Moving or resting, hear mine invocation. This song of bright contents for you is swelling in the men's hall, where threefold grass is ready. Your strong rain cloud, ye mighty ones, hath swollen, honoring men as 'twere with milk's outpouring. The prudent worshipper, like Pushan Asphins, praises you as he praises dawn and Agni. When singing with devotion he invokes you, may we find strengthening food in full abundance. And let us remember to have consistency and to protect our bodies. Hymn 182, Asphins, 8 verses. This was the task, appear promptly, ye prudent ones. Here is the chariot drawn by the strong steeds. Be ye glad, heart-stirring, longed for succors of Vispala. Here are heaven's sons, whose sway blesses the pious man. Longed for, most Indra-like, mighty, most Marut-like, most wonderful indeed, car-born, best charioteers. Bring your full chariot hither, heat with liquid sweet. Thereon, ye Asphins, come to him who offers gifts. What make ye there, ye mighty? Wherefore, linger ye with folk who, offering naught, are held in high esteem. Pass over them, make the niggard's life decay, giving light unto the singer eloquent in praise. Crunch up on every side the dogs who bark at us. Slay ye our foes, O Asphins, this ye understand. Make wealthy every word of him who praises you. Accept with favor both Nasatyas this my laud, ye made for Tugra's son, amid the water floods, that animated ship with wings to fly withal, whereon with God devoted mind ye brought him forth, and fled with easy flight from out the mighty surge. 4 ships most welcome in the midst of ocean, urged by the Asvins, save the son of Tugra, him who was cast down headlong in the waters, plunged in the thick inevitable darkness. What tree was that which stood fixed in surrounding sea, to which the son of Tugra supplicating clung, like twigs of which some winged creature may take hold? Ye Asvins, bore him off safely to your renown. Welcome to you be this, the hymn of praises, uttered by Manas. O Nasatyas, heroes, from this our gathering, where we offer Soma, may we find strengthening food in full abundance. And what is done in the place of worship, we want that to radiate outward. And I wouldn't use the word negard because, one, more people understand stingy, but that sounds like something else, right? Hymn 183, Asvins. 6 verses. Make ready that which passes thought and swiftness, that hath 3 wheels and triple seat, ye mighty, whereon ye seek the dwelling of the pious, whereon threefold ye fly like birds with pinions. Light rolls your easy chariot, faring earthward. What time for food ye full of wisdom mount it? May this song wondrous fair attend your glory. Ye as ye travel, wait on dawn, heaven's daughter. Ascend your lightly rolling car, approaching the worshipper, who turns him to his duties, whereon ye come unto the house to quicken man and his offspring. O Nasatya's heroes, let not the wolf, let not the she-wolf harm you. Forsake me not, nor pass me by or others. Here stands your share, here is your hymn, ye mighty, yours are these vessels, full of pleasant juices. Gotama, Purumila, Atre, bringing oblations, all invoke you for protection, like one who goes straight to the point directed. Ye, Nasatyas, to mine invocation, we have passed o'er the limit of this darkness. Our praise hath been bestowed on you, O Asvins, come hitherward by paths which gods have travelled. May we find strengthening food in full abundance. And the paths of the light beings is one of those things that when you do Merkaba mysticism and stuff like that, yeah, there are light beings in these particular paths, but you don't necessarily have to worship them along the way. You just Yechid, Chidi, Yachidi, however you're going to say that. You unite and become one in purpose. And that's like the secret 5th highest soul, the unity soul, the Chud. Hymn 184, Asvins. 6 verses. Let us invoke you both this day and after the priest is here, with lauds when morn is breaking. Nasatyas, or soever ye be, heaven's children, for him who is more liberal than the godless. With us, ye mighty, let yourselves be joyful, glad in our stream of Soma. Slay the niggards. Graciously hear my hymns and invitations, marking, O heroes, with your cars my longing. Nasatyas, Bhushans, ye as gods for glory, arranged and set in order, Surya's bridle. Your giant steeds move on, sprung from the waters, like ancient times of Varuna the mighty. Your grace be with us, ye who love sweet juices, further the hymn sung by the poet Mana. When men are joyful in your glorious actions to win heroic strength, ye bounteous givers, this praise was made, O liberal lords, O Asvins, for you with fair adornment by the Manas. come to our house for us and for our children rejoicing. O Nasatyas and Agastya, we have passed o'er the limit of this darkness. Our praise hath been bestowed on you, O Asvins. Come hitherward by paths which gods have travelled. May we find strengthening food in full abundance. And let's not overmoralize light and dark, and we know how they can be used in that symbolism. But the more important thing we see here is that don't limit your worship to what priests are going to lead you to. In hymn 185, Heaven and Earth, 11 verses. Whether of these is elder, whether latter, how are they born? Who knoweth it? East sages, these of themselves support all things existing, as on a car the day and night roll onward, the twain upholding, though motionless and footless, a widespread offspring, having feet and moving, like your own son upon his parent's bosom. Protect us, heaven and earth, from fearful danger. I call for Aditya's unrivaled bounty, perfect celestial, deathless, meet for worship. Produce this, ye twain worlds, for him who lauds you. Protect us, heaven and earth, from fearful danger. May we be close to both the worlds who suffer no pain, parents of gods who aid with favor, both mid the gods with day and night alternate. Protect us, heaven and earth, from fearful danger, faring together, young with meeting limbs, twin sisters lying in their parents' bosom, kissing the center of the world together. Protect us, heaven and earth, from fearful danger. Duly I call the two wide seats, the mighty, the general parents, with the gods' protection, who, beautiful to look on, make the nectar. Protect us, heaven and earth, from fearful danger. Wide, vast, and manifold, whose bounds are distant, these reverent I address, at this our worship. The blessed pair, victorious, all sustaining, protect us, heaven and earth, from fearful danger. What sin we have at any time committed against the gods, our friend, our house's chieftain thereof, may this our hymn be expiation. Protect us, heaven and earth, from fearful danger. May both these friends of man, who bless, preserve me, may they attend me with their help and favor. Enrich the man more liberal than the godless. May we, ye gods, be strong with food, rejoicing. Endowed with understanding, I have uttered this truth for all to hear. To heaven and earth, be near us. Keep us from reproach and trouble. Father and mother, with your help, preserve us. Be this my prayer fulfilled. O heaven and earth, wherewith, father and mother, I address you. Nearest of gods, be ye with your protection. May we find strengthening food in full abundance. And we understand these divisions and forces of nature through our own personal relationships.